actor Alex Flitcroft takes us behind the scenes in a What For film special about when he made Dan Go Away. Meet Daniel Hutchings, an aspiring entertainer who lives on the outskirts of the entertainment industry. In his new film, Dan Go Away.
First met Daniel in the Comedy Balloon in Manchester, and I think he was on just before us. I said, what are you into? He said, I'm into kind of filming stuff, whatever. So I was like, nice one, because I want to be in films. Well, the first film I worked with Daniel is the Alolo Bastards, of Alolo contrasted with the first scene in the Tarantino film of when he's in the farmer's shed, the Jew hunter.
Oh, I wonder who that could be. Come in.
Bonjour. I'm afraid I've exhausted the extent of my French. Do you know who I am?
Yes, you are the Jew hunter?
I'm Colonel Dewey Hunt of the SS.
Oh, pardon me, Colonel Hunt. Could have been worse, no? But please,
what was brilliant, I loved that. I think we met and he explained this massive idea, and I was just like, yeah, nice one, yeah. Because it's his idea, and then it sounded really good. I mean, I was a bit concerned how he was going to do it, because, he had no budget, and obviously, it sounds, how he talked, it sounded like on such a grand scale. I asked him, where are these locations going to be? And there's a certain scene where he's walking across the desert, and he's like, oh yeah, I know a beach. But all right, okay. So he knew what he's doing. So within the script, I mean, Daniel had these ideas of contrasting, kind of reality with fantasy. Mine would be like, the Scally and the Punchline Pete.
Why am I even listening to this dribble?
Although it was for kind of laughs, I was playing it straight, of the kind of duo of me and Craig, and then Daniel's in the middle of us, kind of like trying to fend us off, but then telling us a story to keep us amused, and that seems really good because it's the dynamic of all of us is kind of like always shifting.
No, skip it! The chocolate and flower stuff isn't part of the story.
How do you know? You don't even know the full story yet. What do you mean, chocolates and flowers, anyway?
It was a really satisfying moment when we actually finished it, because of where the location was. It was out in the open, even though we were underneath the bridge. There's like a waterfall coming from the tram bridge. There's wind, there's rain. I'm already wet. I was shaking with hypothermia, and it was such a relief when we finished it, because then I could get into some dry clothes, But as an actor, I suffer for my art.
No!
My favourite funny moment is like 5 seconds, 10 seconds long anyway, at the end of the Sky scene when he introduces, Daniel introduces the next chapter. And obviously it was written like this, and it came out exactly how I think he planned it to be, where I slam him against the wall, and my forearms against his his neck, and he's like, oh, it's a really good point, well, what happens is, and then I was proper laughing at that yesterday when I was watching the film, and I would just laugh now about it. So that's how good it is. So that's my favourite moment, because I just think that's after all that kind of quite serious pathos, whatever. It's kind of more of a slapstick kind of like visual gag right at the end. What kind of lifts you back up, But it turned out better, because I know zero budget. You're thinking, how is it gonna come out? Yeah, I'm hoping, and it came out so kind of obviously professional and crisp and visually kind of enticing. I think it's a glorious piece to watch, and all the scenes were entertaining, and you're with Daniel and Django throughout the whole story, and you don't know how it's going to end. Although previous work's been good with Daniel, I think this is the best thing he's done, and obviously, I think he set out for it to be like that, I'm going to make something worse. Oh, I talked about the soundtrack as well, it's got everything. The sounds and the little jingles and the songs, they really kind of pull you into that kind of genre, an element of the Western. For example, when you got kind of that sound of when you do have joking in the scenes or about, it's kind of like a darker kind of like, sound, a bit like how in Star Wars, every time Vader comes on, it's like dun, 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 like that. But it doesn't have that song, but it has something like that. I think you feel like that anyway. I did.